When it comes to floating homes for sale, the market's not doing at all what I would have expected it to do. If you had asked me last summer what I thought would happen, what's going on right now is not at all what I would have told you. And in fact, it's not even what I would have told you and did in a video a couple of months ago, tell you that what I thought was going to happen this summer. So, without any further delay, let's get into it. So when we're talking about floating homes for sale, I'm talking about in and around Portland. And what that means is all the way from the east edge of Gresham on Northeast Marine Drive out to Scappoose and actually all the way to St. Helens. There are three floating home mortgages in St. Helens. One's really a boat marina that has a handful of floating homes that are pretty nice, actually, out on the Columbia River. And a couple of others, Max's and Dillard's, are the names of the mortgages out there. And then on the Multnomah Channel, across from Sauvie Island, there are quite a few. On Bridgeton Road, where I am now, right across from, I don't know if you can see it, there you go. The Island Cafe is right across the river from the location where I am on Bridgeton at the moment. And then out to, like I said, the west edge of Gresham. There are three really nice floating home mortgages on the Willamette River and some floating homes in Oregon City, believe it or not. So that is the area that I'm talking about. We don't go out and cover further out, such as in Ridgefield and Philida and Washington, or the one-off floating homes here and there, like on 10 Mile Lake, I think it's called, out near the coast in Oregon. So when I'm talking about the floating home market, what I'm talking about is those areas in and around Portland. What I've seen so far, and this started actually back in November of last year, sales volume for floating homes for sale, that is, sales volume was about normal in October. But when you're talking about floating homes for sale, going back to November all the way through the end of last month, May, sales volume has been low. It's been very low this whole time. So far this year, there have been 15 floating homes that have sold. Just based on historical numbers, I would have expected around 20 to 25, or maybe on the high side, 30 floating home sales so far this year. Just again, that's based on historical numbers, January through May. There have been 15 floating homes that have sold. As far as the number of floating homes for sale goes, there have been, usually at this time of year, I would expect at the end of May to see between 40 and 50. There are 69 floating homes for sale as of the end of May, just about a week ago. So there's a lot to choose from. It's pretty good for buyers, but the sales volume combined with the number for sale is making it really, really not very pleasant for most sellers. Now, what I'm seeing getting sold, and we're talking about floating homes for sale, what I'm seeing getting sold are houses that have a normal floor plan. They're 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, maybe two bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, or 2 bedroom and 1 bathroom, usually without a boat well. It is nice to have a boat well, but usually what will happen is a buyer will say, well, I don't have a boat yet. I haven't had a boat before. I'm planning on getting one. If I get a boat, it'll be bigger than what fits in the boat well. Or maybe I'll keep a kayak in there. I wish it didn't have a boat well because I wish there were more of a view or more living space or whatever the case might be. But in any case, those are the ones that get sold most easily. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom also. Those get sold pretty readily if especially the float is in good shape. Ideally, it would rate a 4. A 3's not bad. There are financing alternatives even if the float rates a 3, which a 3 will last quite a while. In any case, that's what I'm seeing in the market for floating homes. Sellers, hang in there. There are 12 floating home sales pending right now. So I expect to see an uptick in the sales volume. And in June, by the end of June, maybe we'll catch up to what is a more normal market, at least not on the bottom end of what the range usually is for this time of year, which is where we are now. I'm John McPherson. Give me a call anytime about the floating home market, or of course, regular houses on land too. Give me a call anytime. I'm John. Call me. I'll answer. We'll talk. Call me.